Hey guys, welcome back to a P3D video. We are back into the A320 with British Airways, so doing some short haul flights after how many long hauls? Quite a few, 3 or so. I think 3. I think we had like that Zurich one from San Fran. We had Amsterdam to and St. Martin, and there's one other. Maybe not. No, it's just those two. But yeah, we're back into the short haul aircraft, especially the FSLabs A320, and same as last time. I think we found it in the Swiss 777. We found that like when the reflection was just giving a bit of a yellow tint. It's because the yellow line is right below the aircraft, so the aircraft picks up that bit of yellow line and displays it. It expands it. That's the way medium dynamic reflections work. But if I put it to ultra, it will like just be a yellow line in the middle section. So that's why you got a bit of yellow expanded, because this is the way I've set my dynamic lighting. Dynamic reflections, sorry. So we're going to catering on board. We're at Manchester, we're off to Heathrow. We had 2 people requesting this flight, so why not? Let's go and do it. Okay. So yeah, there's not actually many aircraft around where we are. I mean, there are other aircraft around here. So you've got Condor, Ryanair, got some EasyJet down there as well. Loads of aircraft over there, but just Virgin Atlantic 747, Pakistan 777, and loads of other aircraft around here. But just here in this little section, it's just us. I have no idea why. It's just us in this little section, which is nice. We get our own little area. Okay, catering's finished, and we're going to close the doors, and I'll get the right MCD turned on. Get the aircraft configured. So first of all, let's get the IRSs on. There we go. Get the crew supply on, ground control on. Set up the fuel and payload as well. So total fuel on board will be 3283 kilograms. 3283. There we go. Payload as well will be 55.5. So not that heavy at all. Actually 55.6. So we're really light today. I think it's the lightest I've been, I think. Well, on the aircraft, not me, personally. So that's done. We can go to that page, and seatbelt signs can come on, no smoking as well. And I got the nav light on as well, and we're good. So, GPS prime is lost, I know. Catering's finished. I can hear the passengers boarding on the aircraft now. Let's get the PA system. I think it's been a while since we last flown with the IAE engines. I think we've been flying a lot of CFMs, but it's the first time IAE in a while, so it'll be exciting. Okay, so we've got a special British Airways PA. There we go. Trying to get that right volume. Okay, so we go to init page, and Manchester off to Heathrow. No, that's 2 C's. There we go. Flight number is British Airways, or Speedbird, sorry, 1385, like so. Cost index, give it like 25. Not really sure. It doesn't really matter because we're only cruising at 230. Sorry. Along with 0 fuel weight can go in. That's not updated itself. That's because every time GSX starts boarding the passengers, like you can see it's going up. So what we can do, we can just override it and stop doing its thing, which is what I'm gonna do. There we go. And that's still climbing. That is. GSX, stop. Oh, well, I don't know what. I'll just let it load then, because that's a bit weird. 3.3 on the block fuel. I'll just wait for all the passengers to board, and then I'll just wait. We could do the flight plan. That's fine. So we're departing out on 23 left, and also we are doing the Listo to Yankee, which is this one. Okay, Listo to Yankee, sorry. And then from here we're doing the one waypoint as well. Is the UL612 off to Hon, which is on the lee, and then we'll be in our approach into Heathrow, which is looking like a 27 left arrival. There we go, and above a 4 Alpha, which is that one there. Insert, we get back to the init page, no, menu, options, payload. Let's update this to 55.6. That's still growing because it's the cargo, isn't it? I'm not sure if we can change it in here. Like, I don't think it's gonna do it properly now. But yeah, it's going to wait. I think it's done. Finally. I need to watch out for that sometimes, because maybe that's what's happening sometimes. I need to check out. Every time I go in the A320, you need to look out for that. Okay, we should just put that in correctly in the config there. CG, sorry. So there we go. Flight plan's done. We can take a look at it. We set by reference. For some reason it wants us to go into takeoff phase. Doesn't like that. We're gonna have that warning, master warning, for quite a while now, actually, until we get our flaps and slats set up in the right correction. So we're just going to step through here and make sure our flight plan's all good. We'll go to 40. That's enough to see how things are going. Yeah, we got a bit of go straight. We'll just go get rid of that discontinuity, and then we should be good. Nice. So VOR's on. QNH is 1010. CSTR, VOR's up to 20. We get the terrain on that side as well. And yeah. Yeah, for some reason it wants us to go into takeoff phase. Weird. I think it might reset itself once the RSs have aligned and it's actually realised that we're not going to take off. We get the APU started up. There we go. And baggage is finished actually, so we're going to close those doors. Yeah. Look a bit weird with those doors just left open. Go and close the forward door as well. Get rid of the jetway. And we go to external controls, wait on that quickly. Ready, so we get to the parking brake as well. And IRSs will be landing soon. I think they'll be aligning very soon because the heading is now aligned, which I think, because that was red before, now it's not, so it's promising. And it's very early in the morning, it's actually 7:15. It's 6:15 UTC time, it's 7:15 British Standard Time, so I think we're looking at a 7 o'clock departure, so we're on time, which is good. There's clouds. Back to England. Okay. Yeah, I just can't get rid of that master warning, which is weird. Can I tell I'm in idle? Okay. So APU is available. Let's get the APU bleed on. Turn off the external power and disconnect the GPU. Don't need the ground jocks anymore as well, so we're just going to wait on the. Let's go to the flight plan page, and let's go with that. Let's do the perf now. So we're doing flats 1, just very typical, and I'll just keep it up 1.0 as well. And we're flexing to 67 degrees, which is amazing. I think that's the highest flex temp I've had, and put V1 in, VR, and V2. Nice rotation speed of 131. Nice and slow. We'll keep that on that page, and what I'm going to do is quickly skip the video until all the irises have aligned. I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, welcome back, and irises will be aligning in 1 minute. I know we haven't cut back to the video in like once it's aligned, but I just figured out how to stop the flap setting. It was just the clear, and to click clear every now and then, and that worked. And just getting the iris to line up now. Let's set the weather online, and we'll request GSX for pushback as well at the same time. Get that going, and set up the TCAS ready. So weather's online, GPS primary, and we're good to go. We're just going to wait on GSX to get connected up, and yeah, we'll set this up to our cruise, which is 230, like so. I did set that right, yeah. Just making sure. And in the flight plan, we do make to top of climb before top of descent. Yes, okay, good. Awesome. Go to the engine page for startup. I think it might just automatically go there anyway. But that yoke's moving by itself. But yeah, I'm not sure. So GSX is connecting up. Let's go outside. The aircraft's a bit sunken to the ground. Those tyres he's pumping up. When I get right under the aircraft, it doesn't seem to be too bad, but from this area it's quite yellow. Get really close up and then it fixes itself. Okay, we're good to go, so we're going to release the parking brakes, get the beacon light on, get all the fuel pumps turned on. All the seatbelt signs are on, that's armed, we're good, let's go, let's get the engine started up, shall we? So, number 2, yeah, see it automatically goes to the engine page, and then watch the engine start up, shall we? Project Fly's loading, which is good. It's counting up all my hours in Project Fly, got over 100 hours, which is awesome. There's lots of flying right there. There goes a Ryanair. Yeah, so AI is taking off from 2-3 right. I think it's a landing runway in real world operations. Let's get back inside the cockpit because I think we'll be ready to start up number 1 soon. Start the timer, start the timer.
As a reminder, smoking is not permitted at any time whilst on board. If you do have any questions, please ask a member of your cabin crew.
Okay, so just watching the engine start up, and yeah, just waiting. You can hear it like trying to start up, and there's the typical British Airways music. Everyone knows that music. If you fly with British Airways, it'll just be stuck inside your head for a week, I bet you. Okay, there we go. Let's go and start number 1. And there we go.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures.
Push back, doing the pushback nice and smoothly. It was a bit of a tight turn just then. Okay, it's a dash as well.
First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end.
Okay, I think this engine's about to finish starting up ever so soon. Just waiting for the N2 to rise. I think the EPR is looking good, as you can see. I'm just waiting for the EGT and the N2 to rise. You see it's on 40%, that's meant to be on 60. N1 as well, it's 10% below, but it's fine. It's still pushing us back. Don't know why GSX is doing this. Just have to probably try and line us up. It's lining us up even. Oh wow, GSX, you are doing something crazy. What? Is it lining us up with okay, it's going to stop GSX here. It'll take its time to stop. Yeah, because GSX is a bit stupid at that part. So apparently it's still connected up to the aircraft, but it's not. So all the engines are started up. Let's go set flaps 1. Ground spoilers are armed. Max auto brake. Flight control check. Full right. Full left. All the way down. All the way up. Lovely. All the way to the right and all the way to the left. Okay, good. Pitching up to trim 1. There we go. All the engines started up. AP is coming off. And we get the Pillars Connect active as well.
The life jacket is
So
fitted
we're
with
good to
light
go.
and
I got the terrain on the right ND there.
your oxygen mask is
Okay, got
behind
taxi
the
and
panel
turn off
just above
lights
your
on.
head. If
And
the
then we
cabin
get
air system should fail, this will
ASUS,
be
not
released.
ASUS Sky. The chart's up so I can see where I'm taxiing. So we're going out to Kilo, then Delta, then Tango, and we should make our way to 2-3 left. So let's get going. So parking brake's released. Bit of engine. Oh, actually we don't really need much throttle. We can go on idle throttle. So it's going up here, which is Juliet Foxtrot. And got the beacon light running, don't we? Yeah, okay.
Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain
so
off
it's
to the
taxiing up
flight.
here now.
Any items with
And
a price
GSX is
saving
finished doing its
should have this
things.
feature enabled now.
It's quite low
Some
clouds
electronic
actually.
devices can
Very
be
low.
used once we're
Not a
airborne.
lot of them.
Please
It's
check
none over
your
there,
hand
but it's just
bag
some over
Take
that
care
direction.
your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or
Okay.
exits.
So we're
You
coming up
must
to
be
Juliet.
seated in front of you or in an overhead
This is
locker.
Bravo right here.
Place items in the locker carefully, as they
But
may
we're going
fall
to
into someone.
switch around
As
here.
we prepare for takeoff,
Very
please
small
make sure that your
taxi.
tray tables
Well,
are away,
Juliet first,
your
and then
seats
it's
are
Kilo.
upright, and your armrest is down. Finally,
now
take
we're
a
on
look at
Kilo.
the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any
Juliet is right
questions,
behind
please
us.
ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
And Delta's up here. So this is Foxtrot, and yes, Delta is the one just ahead. There goes an EasyJet taking off. Yeah, real world procedures used the one that EasyJet taking off for the landing. It kind of makes sense just the way the runways have been made, so it's less likely for collision. And there's an Emirates A380 landing, absolutely beautiful. Sadly I can't see it land because I need to make sure there's no aircraft taking off. Okay, there isn't. Oh, smash. Okay, lovely. Yeah. Oh, typical A320 steering shenanigans. I can't say that word. Shenanigans. There we go. I don't know what I said then. Okay, so crossing the runway. We should normally turn on the strobes, but you know, there's no one taking off for landing, so no one to notify that we're crossing the runway. Takeoff config we can test. That's normal. Good. And FPS is getting lower for some reason. And Tango's here as Delta ends. And the steering keeps... I don't know what's wrong with the steering. I wish I could somehow change it. It's really, really weird. Okay. Right, making sure no one's coming into land. No, so we're going to get ourselves on the runway. Like so. Look at the runway turn, not the runway turn, that's the landing lights and the strobes. Those lights on. Just going to wait for the A380 to exit the runway. And we'll get ourselves lined up. I mean, technically we're not actually on the runway yet, so what I'm going to do is keep taxiing a bit more. For some reason I think it's looking at me. Yes. Why? I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because it needs to, yeah, the exit is like right down the end of the air. Yeah, okay. This is the way the taxiways work at Manchester. Okay. Go set the TCAS onto TARA as now as well. There we go. And just going to wait for it to exit the runway. Get out of our way. Let's stop the aircraft here. Set the park and brake. Let's go to the tail view, make sure nothing's landing. No, we've got plenty of time to wait for this guy to exit the runway. I think the nearest exit is like this one here. Oh no, that one. It doesn't want to exit that one. Let's exit this one, I bet. If not, might have to turn off the traffic because this is going to be stupid. I think I had to turn off the traffic. Okay. What I'll do is quickly turn it off. I'll turn it back on as we take off. Okay, so we're good to take off. Start the chrono, release the park and brake, and bring about 50% on the N1 or EPR. Sorry, make sure that's turned off. And I guess flex. And flex SOS runway. Airspeed's alive. Nice centerline steering, which is good. 100 knots. Okay, that's some reason lots of traffic lights turning off the aircraft. I'll turn it back on once we actually take it off. V1, rotate. It's a nice slow slow speed rotation, not a slow rotation. It's a nice smooth rotation that was. And then try and turn on the traffic again. Okay, there we go. So, nice successful takeoff. Gears coming out as well. And turn on the autopilot. And don't need the spoilers. That's coming off. Obviously, that auto brake is disarms automatically, which is good. And that can go up to 20 nautical miles. And looks like we've got some flight restrictions. So it's a bit annoying. And is Manchester to the left or to the right? I think it's to the right, looking at that. There it is, lots of fields as well. Lovely. And I think we're flying down, well, we are flying down south, but I think it's that way because there's no clouds. It's a bit hotter down south, and yes, we are turning left. Okay, we're going to set the climb thrust. There we go. Bring the flaps up. And yeah, we're going to be holding at 5,000 feet for a while, which as well, I believe, is the transition altitude, yes. So we'll go up to 5,000 feet, and we'll change into standard pressure. And yeah, just wait for that to happen. And we'll skip into cinematics of this half an hour flight, I would say. I think it was about half an hour. Really short. Really short. Of course, it's a couple of lag spikes. A bit annoying, but hey. I mean, there's a lot of trees. I might have turned up the settings for the trees a bit too much. Okay, I think it's approaching 5,000 feet here. Yep. A bit of turbulence, so the aircraft's going to be a bit... sorry about that weird view change there. It's going to be a bit harder for the aircraft to try and keep stable, but it's fine. So it's standard pressure. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the takeoff coming out of Manchester. And yeah, so 2 people requested this flight, so let's do it. And not wait for a stream or something, let's just get it out there. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed the takeoff out of Manchester. I'll see you in the descent coming into Heathrow, hopefully for 27 left. I'm not sure about the winds just yet, it's like a dead crosswind. The real world flight did it in 27 left, so that's what currently set it as. And yeah, I'll see you in the descent down into Heathrow. Enjoy the cinematics, and goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back, and I've literally, I bet you, I was probably like 10 minutes since I last said a word, like, to you, so it's a really short flight. We're in our descent, passing 17,000 feet, and we're still going for a 2.7 left as well, and hope you enjoyed the cinematics as well. They were awesome, and just going down to 5,000 feet right now. I'm going to set up the perf, and yeah, so it's 16 degrees Celsius. All the winds actually favouring 409, landing a bit more now actually. Ooh. Thing is, if we were to do a 09, did that just say out of range? Did I put something in wrong? That's, yeah, that's not temperature at all. The real world aircraft did a 2.7 landing, so I'm just gonna have to go with that. So, ooh, downloading some new data. Yeah, it's still the same. So temperature is, it's not 16 degrees, it's 9 degrees. I read the wrong thing. It's 1018, and the surface winds is 160 at 8 knots. There we go. As well, our decision altitude, or decision height, sorry, for 2.7 left is 277. And landing speed is 121. Now that is slow, and the clouds have changed. Okay, maybe the active sky was a bit out of date, and it's just downloading some new weather, and it's got a lot better. Okay, I love the cloudiness. So yeah, the aircraft's going to descend a bit more actually. It's just a bit high, but yeah. So only 20 minutes into the flight, you can see just there. Don't know how well you can see it on the video, but 20 minutes into the flight. Right. So that's set up. Flight plan, back to that. So at 10,000, that's not a waypoint, but so we can clear to go down to 025 actually. So we're going to enter that in. There we go. And that's our ILS altitude. Okay. So that's got some deceleration coming up to that, and that's all good then. Okay. Awesome. So go rounds at 1,000. Well, the initial go rounds at 1,000 feet. Once you reach 1,000 feet, you will then turn left at heading of 148, up to whatever desired altitude you would like. Probably 3,000 feet up to Epsom. Yeah. So go rounds like 3,000 feet, and yeah. Okay. Right. So it looks like we've got 1.9 tons of fuel, so lots of fuel, and perf. QNH is not QNH. Transition level. There we go. That's what I was looking for. 6,000 feet. So that's all good. Just had a little lag spike there. Not sure if Heathrow's loading in. Can't see it though. I think it's like over there somewhere. But hey. So I'm just getting my chart set up so as we get on the ground I can taxi to gate nice and easily. Because it's so light, I'm not sure if I should even. Okay, I'm going to just set an auto brake but no reverse. I literally will do a non-reversed landing, or deceleration, sorry. So that's literally how slow we're going to be landing, and how long the runway is, which is 4,000 meters. Because we're going to we need to go into Terminal 5A, which is quite far away. Actually, no, it's not 4,000 meter runway. Sorry, it's 3,660 meter. We could come off early, you know, like not early, but we could come off like not at the very end of the runway, which is probably what you'll do in the normal situation. So that, yeah, I might just do an idle reverse then. We're going to have to do a long taxi to slower speed. Right, it's going to be passing 10,000 feet soon. Let's get the lights on. I'm getting a bit more lag than normal, which is, well, it's not good, but it's good to know that Heathrow is loading in, wherever it is, which is over there somewhere. And those clouds just went. ASUS Sky is being a bit crazy right now. I'm not sure what it's doing. But yeah. So we've got the seatbelt signs on, all the landing lights are on, so the overhead is set for landing, which is good. Coming up to our deceleration part of the flight soon as well. Need to get some spoilers out because we can't be above 250 knots below 10,000 feet, so we'll go back down there. And so we need to get down to 250 knots. And yeah, a lot less clouds than Manchester anyway. We've got some tree line just ending there. That's where the trees in maximum autogen loading. There's 250 knots, bring the spoilers back in. And we'll arm them as well. Nice. Right, is that Heathrow there? Yes, that's Heathrow. Nice. So everything's set up, and that's come down to 20, that can come down to 10. I should probably say at 20 actually. I hope to have the scenery activated, because that would be pretty bad if I didn't. We'll find out. If it's not activated, I'll just quickly save the aircraft and everything, and then reactivate it, come back in, and boom, everything's good. But yeah. I hope like the localized arms this time, because the last time we went on this, localized didn't arm. It's a bit weird. So look at landing system online, and it looks like I have it activated because I don't think freeware would be loading black textures. So yeah, that's good. Let's just hope there's no AI on the runway, because I have to turn that all off, and that'll be pretty annoying. I can see that they're going to be landing on 09, but hey, we do have an aircraft over there we might collide with. Yeah, so Wizz Air.
Traffic.
I mean, it's climbing, so it's getting out of our way. I think we'd be good. I think, yeah, we're definitely fine. There's a bit more lag spikes. Yes, this is definitely not default Heathrow.
Descend.
Okay. No, we're not going to collide with the aircraft, it's fine. A bit more lag spikes, the airport loading in, and boom! I think there should be no more lag spikes now. I think everything's loaded in. Whoa, this is getting close. Hello, Wizz Air. This is like, oh my gosh, wow. Did that give us a bit of wake turbulence? I'm not sure. That is what. That is close. Where's it gone? There it is over there. That is a close call. That can come down to 10 nautical miles now. So the aircraft's trying to slow down to 150 knots. I'm just going to override this quickly. Keep it like 190. Apparently it's way off what it should be. So I'm going to bring it down to on the VNAV. So I'm going to bring that out. Of course it comes out of autopilot. Let's bring the nose down so it doesn't stall. And get this vertical speed right down. The autopilot turned on again. Trying to get back on the VNAV, and I'll bring out the standard pressure. And the QNH was 1008. No, it's 1018 actually. Wow. Okay, we're coming back on the VNAV. Okay, that's 118, isn't it? Oh, 1018. Sorry, not 118. Got all the speed brakes out. I'm still trying to fight to get down. Yeah. Do we hold at 2,500 for a while? Not really. It's a bit of a problem. If I just like put that back to 150, so the aircraft just decelerates down to that speed very quickly. If I just bring the VNav online, and if I just bring it down to like a fast deceleration rate, so we can go down to 2,500 feet really quickly, I think that would be a good idea. So we have loads more time to decelerate. Oh, look at all those textures. Load. Please load. There's a 1060 loading that, like, this is like pretty much soon. It's going to be running out of memory. It's how long it takes to load 1060. I'm pretty sure the scenery is loaded in the SSD. I'm pretty sure. It's Battersea Power Station, which is no longer a power station. Right, let's reduce this vertical speed and slow down the aircraft. At 2,500 feet now, actually, as well.
2,500.
Get the approach set up as well. Yeah. Let's set that at 2,500. And look at the aircraft to decelerate. For some reason it's meant to be up there. I'm not sure why. Let's bring the speed down to 150 then. Or like 160. Let's go set flaps 1. Still got all this, yeah, speed brakes all the way out still. Okay, so aircraft's decelerating nicely. Not as quickly as expected it to, but hey. I'll bring this down to 2,000 feet, so the aircraft will slowly decelerate, try and get on that glide slope. Let's go gear down, flaps 2. Because in order for the glide slope to be active, it needs the localizer, so you might miss it, if that makes any sense. Because just the way the aircraft's doing things. I mean, let's keep it 2,300. Okay, aircraft's getting nicely down to 160, so let's bring back that and bring that to armed. Nice. We're on the localizer. Let's bring that back. Let's try and make the aircraft climb. Okay, the good thing is the localizer's armed, so it's not going to get into any trouble, which is good. And there's the glide slope. Let's bring us up to 3,000 feet. Okay. That's back to auto speed. Go flaps 3. So the autopilot doesn't kick out. Actually, still it's going to kick out. So we can bring us up to like 145.
2,000.
That seems suitable. Once we pass like 15,000 feet, I'll bring out the flaps full. And looks like there's no aircraft on. There's an aircraft on the runway. No, there's not. There's just landing lights. It looks like there's no aircraft getting ready to land on the runway because I think they're taking off on. Not sure. There's aircraft coming in to land on that runway, and there's none. I think this runway is not active at all, which is actually good, because then it won't be affected by anything. Yeah. I mean, I'm not seeing the aircraft taxiing to take off on this runway. I'm seeing some to take off on that runway and landing on that runway. So yeah, I think we're good. Okay, flaps full, autopilot's coming out, and speed's coming automatic. Okay, let's bring the aircraft down. Not like a stupid down, landing down. Let's not crash the aircraft. FPS isn't, latency is a bit quite bad when you get low FPS, which is a lot harder to land an aircraft manually. But I think it's just manageable. So there we are at our speed of, was that 130? Yeah. The autopilot, auto throttle, I'm just trying to fight with here, so we don't decelerate too much. Because if I go too high, auto throttle is going to be, like I said, latency is not going to be too good. So sort of watch out for that. Bring it across to the left a bit, tad. I think we're looking good to land. The runway's clear. Got 2 reds, 2 whites, which is good. Better than last flight, which was 4 whites because it was just too high. I did notice that once I was editing the video. Don't know how I did not notice that in the
above.
Landing, but hey.
300. Minimum.
Continue. Okay, it's being a bit quiet like normal. Just trying to concentrate. Don't do that.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Right. Still
20.
flat.
Retard.
Under throttle.
5.
Ooh, that was a bit of a hard touchdown. Under reverse. Yeah, I think that touchdown's a bit hard. Yeah. Not typical British Airways. It's minus 302 versus coming in. Manual braking. Okay. So that's all good, that's all done. Pedal disconnect active. And exit the runway. Wow, this wind's pushing us to the right quite a bit. So we're going up to Terminal 5A, which is that big building in the background. For those who don't know Heathrow that well. I'm expecting all of you guys to know Heathrow. My home international airport. Right, spoilers are coming in, flaps are coming up. And yeah, stop the chrono. There's a flight time of 35 minutes. And I'll turn off the flight directors like so. Let's clear up on the VORs like that, CSTR, terrain. And nice. Right, I'm going to taxi up here on Alpha, I think. Yes, it's Alpha. Okay, strobes coming off. Oh, landing lights as well, whoopsies. And turn off and come off. Bring us back to standby pressure as well. Well, standby TCAS. And yeah, let's take this all the way down to Terminal 5A. Yeah, not too long in taxi. A bit shorter than I expected. Because I did minimum reverse and we just got clear of that aircraft taking off, which is nice. Just in time. Get the APU turned on as well. There we go. I think the aircraft will start accelerating at idle throttle as well, so we'll just clear off that autopilot warning. There we go. And yeah, go back to the mini page in both these MCDUs. Take a look outside. Come and shade us. There we go. Yeah, we are taxiing a bit faster than expected, but hey, it's idle throttle. And there's no taxiing speed restrictions currently until we actually enter like onto Yankee or so. Actually, I need to get into request for a gate, don't I? I'm gonna quickly do that. Oh no. Gate. I need to scroll through to the 500s. There we go. 517, is that part of it? Yes. Okay, 517. And there we go. Handling by British Airways. Oh yeah. Oh, I think this is a taxiway just a tad early. Ooh, 777 coming up as well. We'll try and quickly beat that. Nice short flight. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Oh, okay, it's parking up. 35 minutes. Is that the shortest flight I've done in the A320? I'm not sure. I mean, that's like the shortest flight properly, because I have like offline. I've done some practice landings, just trying to get landings nice and perfect with the A320. It's trickier than the 737, I think, in my opinion. But yeah. Okay, I literally can't steer the aircraft. Well, that's just typical. This is typical FSLabs doing its thing. I don't know why, because it just carries on steering. I think it's just the. I think this has got really good physics, really, because kind of the aircraft, the real aircraft, probably skid quite a bit. So yeah. Okay, AP is running, which is nice. Nice shiny terminal building there. 517 on the left. And tax lights coming off. Oh, a bit of an oversteer there. And definitely not lined up in any way, shape or form. The thing is, we've still got the marshal when the when that thing works, the safe dock. Or safe gate, which way? I think it's, is it safe gate? I think it's safe gate, yeah. Right, can turn off that and it'll give us a bit more accuracy. Stop the aircraft. There we go. Yeah, I think we parked a bit too far to the left. That's not too bad. I mean, we're fine. It's still saying stop. He's still waving his arms around. Right, there we go. And apparently not at our gate. Oh, I think we need to stop our engines. Okay, so let's go and shut down the engines. AP is running. And turn off the seatbelt signs, beacon lights coming off. Turn off all of that. A bit too far and to the right. I thought it was to the left, but hey. Unless it's the way he's thinking of it, the way his view was. So then it would be to the right, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's go to this page, get to the doors, get up the jetway here. And yeah, there we go, we can request deboarding now. And open up the cargo doors, they can be opened first. I'm going to wait until the jetway gets over here. It's clipping. Don't know why it clips, but like inside of the cockpit doesn't, but that clips for some reason. It's really, really weird. And I'm just going to wait for it to connect up. I'll complete the flight on Project Fly. And come on, get over here. Came in quite aggressively there. Okay, I'm going to open up the left forward door now. AP's running, that's good. All fuel pumps are off, navs, IRSs are off, and just got those lights on. It's the nav lights and seatbelt signs are off, and we can stop that. 49 minutes in the block time. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the flight today with British Air. Come on, shaders. With the British Airways A320 by FSLabs from Manchester to Heathrow. I loved it. The landing was a bit hard. It didn't seem too hard though, to be honest. It seemed quite like a typical landing. At least it was firm and got it on the ground in the touchdown zone, which was good. And that's what you're looking for, really. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the flight. I'll see you in the next one. I'm not sure what flight that would be. Hopefully another requested flight. And yeah, see you then, and goodbye.